Alright guys, how's it going today? So, yeah. Just been trying to get things done, and she's been, yeah. Actually, today's actually the first day we've had in quite a while with no freaking wind. It's always been so damn windy you can't do nothing. So I spent all, last night I think it was, shredding leaves. Didn't get done until about 8:30. Of course, it gets dark here by like 7:38. So, pretty much doing everything in the dark. So, but the leaves seem to be dropping like mad now. So, I'm already on my second chopping. I'll probably be doing my third here pretty quick, which is fine by me. Just the quicker they drop, the faster I can shred them, and then I can just be done with it hell of a lot quicker. So we've been having some pretty damn nice weather considering, the time of the year. Of course, it's kind of a repeat of last year, where it's a little warmer than it normally should be. But I'm not complaining because it's great weather to be working in, for chopping leaves, mowing grass, winterizing things, whatever you're going to do, right? So it's been working in my favor, but the wind kind of needs to F off. It's been windy a lot of the time, which is kind of annoying. So, but whatever. Yeah, so last weekend, I think it was, I had to have some dirt dug out of the hillside at the farm. I needed some dirt here at my place. And the only tractor that was capable of doing that was the 400, so we dug out a couple loads of dirt. And then on the process of heading home with the second load of dirt, we were just coming out of the hillside. And I guess we must, because there's kind of a ditch there too, so it'll kind of throw you off if you're not prepared for it. But my uncle was in that ditch, and I think he slid a little bit, going down, the front end slid down a little bit, and he caught a stump, a little small stump, but it was strong enough that it cut the tire. So he blew a tire on the 400, but luckily it was just a steer tire, and it destroyed the tube too. So $140 later, brand new tire and a brand new tube. So not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but I thought it would be a lot more than that. But my grandma was able to just pay it all off right then and there and be done with it. So she don't have a bill obviously with them now. I still do, which is extremely high. But what are you gonna do? I'm gonna pay them. Hopefully pay them off and be done with it. So, but yeah, so we had that disaster. So I had to pull out this guy. You can see all the dirt on it from last year. That's all the shit from last year. I never got to wash anything last year because I think it rained quite a bit, or it got cold right away. Cold enough that you couldn't run the garden hoses or anything anymore. So had to pretty much just park everything, including the John Deere. The John Deere got put away dirty. Same with Big Red and whatever else. So that's what I need to invest in is a freaking leaf vacuum thing for my mower, but they don't make anything for John Deere. So really should go the Bill T-Max route and make my own leaf collection system. There's a bunch of turkeys. Got a bunch of wild turkeys in town too. Which, whatever, ain't hurting nothing. So, yeah. So I got that going on. Yeah. So, and then I'm looking for a roof contractor because I want to have a new roof put on here in the next couple of weeks or so, and I found one here on the Minnesota side, but he's over an hour away. But he says that he he's come up this way a few times already in the past to do some roofs. So I got a hold of that guy, and he said he was going to call or show up Thursday or Friday, and well, today's Friday, and he pulled one of those fucking no-shows again. So typical. But I called the local lumberyard over here because I thought, maybe they had a contractor or something, but because I'm pretty sure back in the day they actually used to do roofing, but supposedly that they don't have a contractor, but they do sell the materials, so if you wanted to do it yourself or hire somebody, you could, but they don't have one of their own, which kind of sucks, but what are you gonna do? So, but I found one. Like I said, he's about an hour away, and he said he was gonna call, I guess, before showing up or whatever, or just show up. Because he said that all he would have to do is just come and look at it and give us a price idea after that. So, but I don't know, he pulled one of those fucking no-shows again, so not really too sure if he'll come, because I know he's not going to be coming on the weekend. We can pretty much just rule that out. So, but I know that he said anyways that he's booked up until October 4th, which is fine by me. But I said that he would. He said that he was going to show up either yesterday or today to take a look and see what he thinks, and then tell me what he thinks it would cost to have the work, to have it done, whatever else. Typical crap we got to go through. But it don't do any good when nobody shows up to take a look. So I took my flags off the roof, and I took my tripod off the roof. Just, because I figured, I'm going to find somebody, to do the work and have my roof replaced. So I figured, I might as well do it while the weather's good, because we've been having such decent weather. So I figured I'll take advantage of it and get it done before, it gets too cold or something. Because if it gets cold, I'm not going to bother putting any of my stuff back up. It's just not going to happen. So, I'm just going to pick up leaves already. But yeah. And my CB antenna is bad for the house. So, it's laying down there on the floor. Because I don't know if I think it's the antenna. So, yeah, I'm not going to go back to CBs anyway. I'm switching over to GMRS, so getting rid of it doesn't hurt my feelings, I guess, any, but it is what it is. Nothing you can do about it, so. But yeah, so, like I said, I found a contractor, but he pulled a no-show, and I don't think he's going to show up. I mean, it gets dark fairly early, so I don't think he's going to want to be here in the dark. You're not going to really be able to see anything. I mean, yeah, we have a couple of pole lights, but I don't know if they're going to be bright enough for him to see what he needs to see. So, unless he'll bring a flashlight, I guess, or something, or a headlamp, I don't know, but, I just don't know. So, it is what it is, unfortunately, but what can you do? I think much you can do. So, just have to wait, I guess, and see if he comes next week, I guess, or decides to call or something, which I guess whatever. So, I don't know. And then, cough up a lung, I called my local John Deere dealer. Well, not really so local to me, but they are, but I don't go to them, but, they're on the Minnesota side. And, because I think they were the only dealer that supposedly sold Honda products. And so I called them, and he said that they don't really sell Honda products anymore. They don't do that much anymore. So the snowblower I wanted to get is going to be a no-go because it's just they don't sell it. And then he said, well, I'll call the John Deere dealer up in the cities, because usually the cities will, they're a little bit bigger place, so, they may carry it a little more. I call them. again, they didn't have it in stock, and I was kind of getting pissed off at this point. So I decided to start digging around on the internet, like going to like Northern Tool, Acme Tools is another place that sells snowblowers. That's where I got my chainsaw from, was Acme Tools, or whatever, however you pronounce their name. It's one of the cities over there. So, but I was calling a bunch of other places, and there's other companies that sell Honda products. And I go on their website, and I'm digging around, and I'm like, wait a minute, there's something wrong here. Everything that they have for Honda products is not in stock. So that tells me that they're not getting anything in. So I don't know if Honda's, I'm not saying Honda's like, done producing stuff, but I'm just saying that they're not making any more, or they're not like shipping any more stuff out. And then what's so stupid too is I talked to this no, not that John Deere, but the John Deere guy up in the cities, and he said that their truckload of stuff already came in for the year. So that's telling me that each, for whoever does sell Honda products, they only get one truckload of stuff a year? Really? That's how that goes? Once a year? No wonder why nobody has anything in fucking stock, because they don't get enough of it. Because, a lot of people are switching over to Honda products because they know they're better. They're more money, but look at what you get for the price that you're paying. You're getting something built very well. So getting a Honda snowblower is not going to happen, and a Honda, the trimmer, I haven't looked up that yet, but I think I can still get the trimmer. I'm just going to have to order that online, I guess, from like Northern Tool, because I think they had it. I don't know. I haven't looked. But, yeah, I don't know. It's not happening. And then the Troy-Bilt snowblowers that I was thinking about getting even before the Hondas, because Northern Tool is selling the Troy-Bilt XP 30 and 34. Those are two different sizes. They were selling them for about like 3 years, and it's so stupid that I get a catalog from them maybe a month ago, and it's for the winter sales stuff now. And in that catalog, they got the snowblowers on there. When I go to their actual website, though, they're not there anymore. So I'm getting a little pissed off because the books are not telling the truth to what their websites are. So basically, getting catalogs is fucking pointless because, yeah, they're nice to have, because you can look at them whenever, and ponder or wander or something over stuff, drool over something that you may want to get from there, but then you go on their website and you find out that it's not there anymore. Because I figured, well, if I can't get a Honda snowblower, well, then I will be fairly happy with a Troy-Bilt. But Northern Tool doesn't have them. So, like I said, there are probably other websites that do sell them as well, but I don't have time to be dicking around looking for places. I've already spent 2 years, looking and narrowing it down to these companies, and then come to find out they don't have it in stock, or they just don't sell it anymore. So it's getting kind of irritating because people say that, I don't know. It's just so stupid. But then, I think it was the guy up in the cities. He said, well, to get the snowblower that you want, you would have to wait, I think, until September. I think it was September 16th of 2022. So next year. So I would have to wait all the way until next year to get a snowblower shipped my way? That's ridiculous. I shouldn't have to. That's crazy. I need something now. So I'm guessing you have to put your orders in springtime, so that way you get them before winter or something. I don't know. It's fucking stupid. I should be able to order a blower whenever the hell I want and get it shipped to either my dealer or to my house, within a certain amount of time. It's like, it just shouldn't be you know, set to one date only, and then if you miss that window, well, fuck you then for the rest of the year. You know, like, that's stupid. I don't like that, you know. It's retarded. So, getting a Honda snowblower is pretty much a no-go. I'm a little pissed off about it, but seeing how their window is now, that you're not going to get one until next year, well, fuck it. I need something now. So, so I'm going the route that I didn't really want to go, but I'm doing it for now. I'm still going to probably look for a used walk-behind snowblower at some point, maybe something decent, just as like a backup. But I think it's starting to rain. Yeah, starting to rain. We're saying rain, but I am going to be buying a John Deere snowblower for the John Deere. So, because I need something here now, and I just, you know, so I call my local John Deere dealer on the North Dakota side because, well, that's another thing too I want to bitch about. It's this John Deere dealer over here in the Minnesota side. They have the dumbest fucking layout for calling people. When you call somebody, you get a robot, and then you get a person, and then that person's, and then if you're like, well, I want to talk to a salesman, well, then they put you, you know, they like send you over to that salesman, but they have like two different ones, and supposedly they each have their own damn number, which is retarded, I think. Well, come to find out, they're not even there. They're in the back doing stuff that they shouldn't even be doing because they're salesmen, so they should be at their desk waiting for a phone call. So I don't get a hold of them. You have to go through a process. You got to push like 1, 2, and you know, it's a process. It's like calling a business, you know, and you want to talk to a certain, well, it's like when I was trying to call FedEx and I just wanted to talk to a person, but you had to push these certain buttons and numbers, and yeah, it was the same thing with them. And then I call the John Deere dealer over in the North Dakota side. Somebody picks up, you know, it's just like a regular person. And then you say, well, I want to talk to the salesman, or I want to talk to a parts guy, or whatever. It's instant. They send you over there instantly, and there's always somebody there. So I call that guy on the North Dakota side. I tell him what I'm looking for, and he's like, yeah, I can get you one. So they don't have any in stock, obviously, because it's such a bulky item that they don't carry it in stock, but they can't order it. So, but then we got into I was going to order it anyway, because just maybe I'll figure out how to install it myself, because you need them if you're going to put a blower on your tractor, you know, your lawnmower. I call it a garden tractor, same thing. So, but you need a cylinder lockout valve put on, and that guy didn't even know what the hell they were, which, I mean, he's just a sales guy, so I figured he probably wouldn't know too damn much about them, but he kind of should in a way. So now we're going to piss around now, because he wants to talk to a guy that actually knows a thing or two about these valves, and he doesn't work on Mondays, but Tuesday to Friday is when he works, I guess. So I gotta piss around. I gotta wait all fucking weekend. Well, it's gonna be a long weekend if I gotta wait for that cocksucker. Because it's all just because of a shut off, or you know, a shut off valve, you know. So, but he's like, well, what does that do? Well, it's simple. Because on these tractors, you have a cylinder underneath. It's underneath the, you know, the footrest and everything, but it's up along the frame rail. That one is for your mid-mount mower deck. That's how you raise and lower your mower deck. You know, it's hydraulic, you raise and lowered with that little cylinder. Well, if you don't have that shutoff valve on there, what happens is that when you put a front attachment, in this case a snowblower, when you go to raise and lower your snowblower, you're also raising and lowering that cylinder for your mower deck. So then that's how you lose, PSI in your hydraulics. You don't have quite you lose pressure because of it. So if you put the shutoff valve on, what that does is it stops the flow from going to your mid cylinder, diverts it and puts it back into your, I guess it'd be kind of like your plugs, where you plug in your hydraulic hoses. So then that way, when you have something on the front, like a loader or a snowblower or a blade, you are getting max pressure to those valves. Instead of diverting it 50-50, it's 100% to the front instead of, like I said, 50-50. So that's what it is. That's basically what it does. I'm not sure how in the fuck you install them, but I figured I'd figure it out. Now, you don't have to have those valves put on. You can run it the way it is, but you're not going to be as fast. You're going to have slower hydraulics. Which, I don't know, I probably could deal with it. But, it looks like it's only held on basically with two things. So, I mean, I got to figure out where the hell it goes. But maybe they'll come with some instructions. I don't know. Or I guess you just fucking figure it out and pray for the best. So, but I don't know. So, but he wants to talk to a guy that supposedly knows way more about this stuff than he does, and then get back to me. But he's already kind of given me somewhat of a price idea, but it's not the true price because he doesn't know about this valve shit. So it looks like the price of the snowblowers have gone up severely since I last looked at them. I have a book from back in like 2010, 2011 on my type of mowers back when they were new. That was top of the line at the time. The snowblowers were like $2,500 maybe, depending on size. There's only like two sizes, because I'm getting the biggest one you can get, which is a 54-inch. You can get a 54-inch, and then I think there's a 48-inch. It's either a 46 or a 48. I think it's a 48, but it's their next size down for this size of tractor. If you have a smaller tractor, then you get a little bit more different sizes of snowblowers. So you get a little bit smaller and a little bit bigger, but you're not going to be able to put a 54-inch, I don't think, on like an X300 because they're less power and they can't run a big blower. So, but I mean, it is what it is. So, but I don't know. So now I gotta wait all freaking weekend. It's gonna be a long weekend, like I said, for that. So, but what can you do? So that's the route I'm gonna go, I guess, for now. And then, yeah. But he was actually kind of being like, I don't even know how to word it. Like, he was being nice, obviously, but he was actually willing to help me out. Like, he's like saying, okay, well, you need this, you need that, you need this. He's telling me what I need to run this machine proper, safely, and without damaging the mower and, killing myself as well. And then he was like, well, can you give me the serial number off your mower? Now, I don't know. I mean, he said the reasons why, but I don't know if there's a way that they can trace these mowers to see who the true owner is or not. I don't know if they keep record of that or not. They probably do, I imagine. I don't know, but supposedly if he knows the serial number of my tractor, the mower, he can give me the correct stuff at a decent price. Like, he won't charge me more. Like, he won't overcharge me. He can, I guess, somehow get me a deal on it if he has, in the proper information. So, but, yeah. The snowblowers, like I said, back when I looked at them in that book, it said like $2,500, and now they're like $4,000. It's freaking ridiculous. So it's gone up a hell of a lot in price. But what can you do? I mean, I need it because I don't really want to pull the plow out and put it back on Big Red because I want to be done with that. I'm not going to sell the plow, keep it as a backup, but, you know, no. So, I didn't want to put a snowblower on the John Deere. Well, Mother was highly against it because she didn't think it was a good idea because she thinks it would just put more stress on the mower than it, you know, it's already mowing all summer long. So, you know, mowing all summer and then having to blow all winter, you know, it's a lot for it, but, you know, it's a John Deere. It can take it. So, but she thinks that, you know, I ought to have a backup, you know. So the plans are kind of just to maybe get a snowblower for the John Deere for now, and then maybe get a used walk behind snowblower, because that's what I was, like I said, I was originally going to get, was just a walk behind snowblower. It'd be more than enough for my place, but since I'm having trouble like getting a hold of one, and I won't be able to get a hold of one until next year, which I'm not waiting another year because I need something now. So Mother thinks I should just get a used one for now, and with, you know, the John Deere blower, because obviously the John Deere blower is what's going to do, you know, the main work, and the walk behind will just be a spare. So in case if the John Deere does break down, which I'm sure it probably will because it's already having issues now, but I haven't looked at it lately, but I don't know, they on the where you drain the hydraulic oil on the back of that mower, it was leaking. So I don't know. I haven't checked it recently, but I probably should. If I remember, I'll try to go do that. But it's been leaking hydraulic oil out of the drain plug. So I went and checked it. You know, like I tightened it some more, and just, I don't know. It didn't seem like it was that loose, like it should have leaked. So I just tightened it some more, and I'm just hoping that's enough. But I guess what I'll do over the winter time, I guess, is I'm going to have to order a new bolt anyway, because this one's starting to round out, because it's just, I think because I'm using the wrong style of socket on there. You should be using the correct one. I guess I'm using the wrong ones, and it's causing the heads to start rounding off. And I think there might be a washer on there. I'm not 100% sure. I think there was. I'd have to look back in the book again, but I think next year I'm just going to go ahead and replace all that. Order one from John Deere, and then stick it in, be done with it, and then hopefully that'll fix my leak. Because it's leaking out of there. It's not leaking out of anywhere else, because where that drain plug is at, that whole little area is all oily and crap sticking to it. So, you know, it's leaking around there. But, you know, if it's leaking now, I don't know, because I did that a couple days ago, but I just haven't checked it, because I keep forgetting about it, because it's kind of out of sight, out of mind kind of thing, you know. It's hidden way in the back there, and you just don't think about it. So, yeah. But what more can you do? So, I mean, if it's going to leak, it's going to leak. There ain't nothing I can do about it. I have to keep checking level. You know, I got spare hydraulic oil, but I'm not saying it's going to last me all winter if it keeps leaking at this rate. So, I mean, well, I don't know, because I kind of checked the level too, and it still seemed like it was fine. I might have dropped a tiny bit, but it looked like it was okay. So, I don't know what the hell's going on. If it's still leaking now or not, I haven't looked at it, but I guess we'll look at it. If I remember, I'll look at it here in the next few minutes, I guess, or something. And if it stops leaking, well, then I must have fixed the issue. It must have been just a little bit too loose, I guess. I don't know, but I don't like cranking them on bloody freaking tight either, because then they're a cocksucker to get out when you want to get them out. That's how you fucking wreck them. So, but I guess you got to wreck them every few years and replace them. Replace them every few years, because that's the only thing I can do. But that's the original bolt to that thing too. I haven't ever replaced it yet, so I guess it's about time. So, but yeah, unfortunately, it's not the route I really wanted to go too much. I mean, it was on the back of my mind as well, that is an option as well. But, you know, Mother, she's highly against it, just because, you what if the mower breaks down, then I don't have really another machine, well, I still got the plow. but I plan on kind of leaving the plow back here. So, I don't know. I might bring it up. I just haven't really thought if I was going to or not. So, I haven't really thought much on that, but, but I don't know. Probably could just get a good used walk behind snowblower, and then, just keep that as a spare, or whatever. And if I decide later on in life that, like I said, if I get a Honda snowblower, which maybe I'll try to go for next year, maybe I'll put my order in, I guess, in springtime, so I can get on a list. I guess apparently that's what I got to do. I got to put myself on a list. So, order the Honda snowblower if I decide I want to do that, because I might just, get comfortable with this and I might just keep running with it, So, but if I decide that I'm going to get, a walk behind snowblower, well, then I'll probably sell my used one to my uncle, at the farm, because their snowblower, which is a John Deere 1032, is getting old and it's getting tired. It still runs, it still does the job, but it's definitely, it's having issues that we've managed to redneck fix, which actually still work, but it's not a permanent solution, but it's a good temporary solution. So, but it's still, like I said, it still runs. Like, I don't know, but they could use a newer blower anyway. So, but yeah. But I have found quite a few good used John Deere snowblowers, like the newer models, for sale as well. So, but not saying that they're going to be easy to get to because they're so far away. So, but I don't know. I have to, I guess, come up with some kind of a plan, I guess, of attack for that. Unless somebody around here decides to sell a good John Deere snowblower or something. There was one for sale here, not too far away from here. It was also a John Deere 1032, but you could tell it's had a pretty good life because it was pretty clean and not all rusty, and there was actually still paint on the auger, whereas on ours all the paint's rubbed off. But that's because it's blowing so much snow in its lifetime that it's rubbed the paint off the augers. So that's to be expected if you run so much tonnage, a lot of tonnage of snow through it, and you do that year after year after year. So, but I don't know. But I've seen some newer John Deere snowblowers, a little bit newer than obviously than this 1032, but like I said, they're a little further from home. And there was one, but by the time I got to it, it was already sold, but it was still sitting at that dealer over there. But then by the time I got to it, the guy already said that it's already sold. So I was like, well, I'll piss on that then. That was actually a John Deere, what is it, a TRS 32, I think it is. And like I said, it's the next, models up, I guess. They're still old, but they're newer than what we have at the farm now. So, and this one was also in fairly good shape. So the guy that bought that, I think, got a good deal on it. And it even had a cab on it too. It's like, oh, that's a, and for like what, $600? I think that's all they were asking for it, maybe $700. It wasn't a lot. Whoever bought that snowblower I think got a pretty good deal on it. So, but it just sucks that I couldn't get to it. But it is what it is. The good stuff is what sells pretty quick. You gotta already have the money in your hand, and a trailer or a pickup or whatever, and you gotta just be ready to load it up and go. So, but it is what it is. Not much you can do about it. So, but like I said, I got other snowblowers that can work as well that I've been eyeing, but how long they'll be there, before I can get to them, I don't know. So if they'll be there when I can get to them, I don't know. So, but since I don't know, and I need something, new and something that I can get my hands on here in the next week or two, unfortunately, getting a John Deere snowblower for the John Deere is the only route I can go for new and to have something this year. you know. So, but I don't know. Mother thinks that I'm going to have a tough time with that John Deere because for one, it's only 2-wheel drive and, you know, and whatever else. But it'll do it for now. She's kind of concerned that maybe I'm not going to be able to fit in certain areas, but the areas she's talking about, I'm going to fit just fine. So, I don't know. So, then, you know, and again, too, if I decide, you know, let's say in 5 years or even just in a couple of years, you know, I get a brand new snowblower, I walk behind, you know, and actually the one that I'm looking for, you know, well, I can just use the John Deere snowblower for, you know, maybe at the farm, or because that's going to be a much bigger area, so a bigger blower would be ideal for over there. But, or I could just sell it to somebody else that could get some use out of it, you know, like it's not a terrible waste of money. It's just going to be a waste of, you know, it's just more or less a waste of time. But there really is nothing I can do about it because nobody is selling what I'm looking for, and they're not in stock in any websites that I've looked at. So I'm guessing that's all we're going to get for the year. So, and I can't wait till next year. I mean, I can't. I need a blower here now, so, you know, so, I mean, I guess, yeah, I got to spend the millions of dollars and put a blower on the John Deere, but that's really all, it's, like I said, it's all I can do. So, I don't know, maybe later on we'll get something else, but for now, it's just what's going to have to be done to get me through at least this year. And they are saying, you know, this could be a pretty bad winter, you know, but I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens, I guess, but I need to be prepared. So the only thing that I'm not going to have as of right now, unless I talk to the John Deere guy about it again, the only thing I'm not going to have right out of the gate are the wheel weights and the chains, because I was going to have him order them, but then I looked in my book, and supposedly there's like 2 different rim sizes, and I don't know which one is what, and I would have to look it up in my book to see what size rims I have, and I just didn't have the time to do it, and so I didn't, you know, put the order in for that. So maybe I'll try to look it up tonight or something, and then when I phone him, or when he phones me Tuesday, then I'll be like, hey, okay, well, this is what I need, and go ahead and order it, you know. So, but I mean, this guy already kind of knew too. He was kind of like, you know, this is like a pretty nice guy, and this guy's, you know, he's already got it figured out long before I can even get down my list. You know, the first thing I said to him was like, well, I need to order a snowblower, and I told him what I was looking for. And he was like, oh, okay. But then he already knew that I needed the quick hitch, the hydraulic lift thing on the front, the mid PTO shaft extension, and then you know, and other stuff. Like he already fucking knew. So I mean, he didn't even know. I mean, for all he knows, I could already had a lift arm thing, you know, but I don't. But I guess I could have just, you know, easy. I could have said, look, I already got one, but yeah. So, but you know, he already kind of was. He was already further ahead than I was because he was already getting all that stuff already planned out. So, but that just the main things. I don't like the fact that the price went up on everything, but that's John Deere for you. So, but it is what it is. So, but see, my John Deere, I mean, you guys have seen it. I'm sure you guys have seen tons of videos on it. My John Deere already has the hydraulics on the front, you know, so you can run loaders, snow blowers, other attachments, stuff like that. It's already got the couplers and stuff. So, and they've never been used. But it's nice that they were already plumbed in. I think X700 and up, I think they were already plumbed with that kit. But if you were a little bit smaller than that, I don't think you had that. That's an option then. But I don't know. But it looks like, I'm glad this tractor already had it, because if it didn't, I would have had to send the tractor in, and they would have had to plumb all that on, and it would have just been a nightmare. So, but I don't know. So, but he's gonna call, I guess, Tuesday or something, whenever he gets a hold of his guy, and they can, chit chat over it for a while, and then he'll call me back with a grand total and be like, yeah, this is what it's gonna cost, and are you willing to spend that kind of money and whatever, So, like, he wasn't really that type of guy that was like, just give me your money and leave. Like, he is actually trying to help you out. He is trying to do things for you, pointing things out that you need and what you don't need, and so. And then this John Deere dealer over here, it's a cocksucker. You can't even get a hold of anybody. It's ridiculous. You had to go through a 5-step process just to even get a hold of somebody, and then half the time you didn't, because they were in the back, so they ain't there answering their phones anyway. They don't even hear it ring. So this Minnesota dealer here, absolutely retarded. They're just not. I mean, people go to them. I mean, they probably don't really have much of a choice because they're here. So, but I don't know. So it's kind of disappointing that they're not there when you need them. Like, I shouldn't have to wait, and I shouldn't have to, call a different number. I don't with this dealer. And this dealer's on the North Dakota side. This is the guys that I go to all the time, and I've been going to them since 2000, and I think 13. I've been going to them because I went to these. Because last time I went to this dealer here on the Minnesota side, those people acted like they wanted to die. They literally hated their own lives. That's just how, depressed they looked. I don't know. I don't know about now, because I haven't been there in years. The people that were in there when I went there last may not even be there now. They might have moved on to something else. So I don't know. But when I was last there, they were just, they just looked like they wanted you to please help, hang themselves. It's, help, So, but yeah. And the reviews aren't that, there's a couple here and there that, say that they're kind of piss poor, but most of them are positives, but that's just because, they're kind of forced to. So, and they don't want to hurt people's feelings. That's the problem with people around here, is they're afraid to hurt other people's feelings because of this and that. And I get that, but come on. Deep down, too, that they're doing a piss poor job. So, I mean, the one on the North Dakota side, they do so much better. Which is kind of sad to say, because North Dakota's been is known to be a dumber state than the rest of the world. But, I don't know. So, this John Deere dealer hasn't shown that retardedness, or lack of picking up the phones or whatever, So, well, it is what it is. I mean, I'm not gonna, sit there and roast the John Deere dealer here. I've already done enough of that, and I mean, it just is. It is what it is. So, they have a different layout than this John Deere dealer. I don't like it, but it's the way they're running it. So, I just got to deal with it, So, it's just it is what it is. But so. But anyways, guys, I guess it's pretty much it. I'm going to take off. That's just what I wanted to tell you guys. That's what's going on. Looks like my roof contractor's not going to show up either. So should have totally expected that. I guess they don't want my money too damn bad then. But like I said, they are going to be busy until October 4th. But they said that they were going to show up just to look, so then they could do the math and whatever and figure out what it's going to cost to have the roof replaced. Well, you're not going to figure it out if you don't show the fuck up, So that's why I wish there was somebody closer to home. I was hoping that this lumberyard would have had one, but they don't. So, because I know they probably wouldn't have been as busy, you know. But that's kind of thing too. Not many people want to stay here, especially for that type of work, because it's not. You're not going to have a roof replaced every day. You know, it could be every 10 years for all the hell they know. You know, so I get it from their point of view. That's why nobody really wants to stay here. You know, so small area and not a lot of houses and stuff like that. So, you know, and once you do have a roof replaced, well, they last at least 25 years, you know, or more. That's a long time to go without getting another paycheck. So I get it from their point of view, but it's just not convenient. I had to go over an hour away to get somebody to show, you know, to at least attempt to come look at my roof, but they haven't shown up yet. So, well, it is what it is. So, yeah. What are you gonna do? So, but I guess that's pretty much it. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, I guess I'm gonna take off. I do apologize for this long video, but I just had to kind of. I've been trying to make this video for like the last week, but it always just turned out like shit, or I was just kind of getting played out. I think I'm getting played out making videos and uploading them and editing them and whatever else. So I might just end up taking a break for a little bit. You know, just I guess until somebody shows up, you know, and maybe starts doing something, then maybe I'll make a video. But until then, unless something cool happens, you may not see a video from me for at least maybe a week. I don't know. It kind of just depends on how things go. But maybe I don't know. I'm just not in the mood to make videos anymore. You know, maybe I'm just getting burned up from this, or could be the fact that winter's, you know, setting in too, and I usually don't make too many videos in the wintertime. I still do, but I cut way back because it's just so cold and whatever else. But you know what? At least, you know, if I do get a blower on the John Deere, that'll make for some good videoing, I guess. So if you guys want to see some, well, you're going to see some of that regardless. So, but you know, it is what it is. So, anyways, guys, I guess I'm going to take off. So I guess have a good day and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Take her easy.